Hi students, welcome to SFS Kambam online classes. This is your Vijay Kumar sir teaching social studies 8th class. My dear children, all of you follow our YouTube channel. Channel name is Vijay sir YouTube channel. Just subscribe and like so that you can get notifications of our lessons every day. So kindly follow our lessons so that it is very helpful for you to write the examinations and also get the good marks. Okay, without wasting our time, let's get started. The topic is, to whom do the minerals belong? What is that? To whom do the minerals belong? Minerals usually occur deep in the earth. As you know that minerals naturally occurs deep in the earth. As we already discussed in the introduction part, that is, minerals are occurs under the ground. They in fact do not belonging to any particular owner, but belong to all the people of country and have to be used in everyone's interest. So here there is no owner, individual owners are not there for minerals. Okay, so it is the property of government. So the government is going to take care of the usage of minerals for the sake of everyone's interest. Understood, my dear? So here no particular owner for this minerals. This completely property is belonging to our state government or central government wherever it is occurs, right? So it is under control of state government and they are going to use these minerals for everyone's interest. So that is why all the minerals wealth of a state is considered the property of the government. So that is what minerals or the wealth is going to consider the property of government. So now tell me, minerals are the property of government. Whose property is this? Government. So the government uses the minerals keeping in mind the interests of all the people of the country. So here the government is going to use these minerals keeping in the mind of interest of the people of the country. So they have to take care of the people's interest. At the same time, they have to take care of the environmental conditions also. Okay, so the government is they don't have any right to extract the minerals as per their interest. Okay, so they have to consider all the environmental factors. At the same time, they have to see the benefits and interests of the public. Okay, whatever the requirement is there, as per the requirement only they have to extract the minerals from the ground. Okay, apart from this, if they do any other activities, that is not the good, not the rule for this government. That is what government is taking its own all this property and they are going to extract these minerals. Understood? That is what we are calling this mineral property is belonging to state government. Okay, at the time of independence, mines were mostly owned and operated by private owners and companies. My dear children, during the time of independence, that means under the Britishers' time, you can say, in other words, under the Britishers' time, mines were mostly owned and operated by private owners and companies. Understood, my dear? So here what was happened when the power is in the hand of private owners and companies? So they were interested only in extracting as much profit as possible in short time, and they did not care for the proper development of the mines or about the safety of the workers. So here two things you have to remind, my dear children. So here see, when the power is under the hand of private owners and companies, so only they interested to extract the minerals and getting profits only. Okay, within short time they extracted minerals and also they got they gained more profits from that, but they did not concentrate on the development side, also on the safety of the workers. So only they concentrated extracting the minerals and getting the profits, these two things only. They did not concentrate the development and also welfare of the workers. So in this reason, in this condition, in 1970s the government took over all the mines. After handing over all the mines into the government sector, it owned and operated most of the mines and sold the minerals to various factories or traders or exported them. In this way, it was able to control the extent of mining so that there is no over exploitation or use of methods which were dangerous or harmful to people, especially the workers. So after handing over or taken by the mines by government, so it is operating all the extracting minerals from the ground, at the same time selling various factories and traders and exporting. So here, so they are able to control the extent of mining. At the same time, so they reduced the exploitation of uses of methods by the others, and also they are taking care of the workers and the development side also. They have taken some measurements. Understood, my dear? It could also ensure that the important minerals like fuels, precious metals, etc. were mined for public benefit and were not under the control of private companies which only cared for increasing their profits. Understood? The mines, the minerals which are very precious metals and fuels, these are all controlled by the public benefits. Okay, these are all controlled by the government only, not for the private sectors, because if they give permission of these minerals to the private companies, naturally these are very costly minerals and they will concentrate only profits and extracting minerals only. Okay, as already we know that. So earlier the government has experience, so that is what they don't want to give this kind of precious minerals and fuels, and completely these are all under control of government, and these minerals are used only for the public benefit. However, the government was not able to bring in new and more sophisticated technologies for mining. But here one minus point is the government did not concentrated and they are unable to introduce the sophisticated technologies for the mining, and also it was not able to survey and find out about new deposits of minerals. So thus production of minerals stagnated. Because of these reasons, so minerals stagnated. That means the digging of minerals or extracting of minerals are stagnated, completely stopped. Okay, so government did not concentrated new mines sites or deposit sites. At the same time, they did not introduce latest technologies for mining the minerals. So that is what they failed to extract the minerals for the upcoming futures, and also completely minerals stagnated. It was therefore felt that it is necessary for government to allow private companies to mine minerals and sell them, subject to the regulation and control of the government. After this stagnation of minerals, government also they revised their failure, and they thought that so it is the duty or it is necessary to allow the private companies to mine the minerals and sell them, because if private companies are not there, government cannot invest that much of money. Understood, Maria? So that is what they introduced private companies, and they invest more money to mine the minerals, but it is under control of the regulation and control of the government only. So likewise they have given permission. A new national mineral policy was announced in 1993, and that the government allowed private companies to lease mines and operate them. So according to National Minerals Policy 1993, according to this policy, the government given permission and lease to the private companies to mine and operate them. The companies were to pay a royalty to the government for the minerals they extracted and sold. So what they extracted minerals and what they sold to the other companies, so they have to give the royalty. That means they have to give some amount to the government. Okay, this is the control and this is the rule under this 1993 policy. Understood, my dear? Okay, here in this way the government could retain regulatory control over the mining, get income from them, and at the same time encourage private companies to invest money and bring in new technologies. So under this new policy 1993, so they have given a chance to the private companies to invest the money. At the same time government also they got income from that companies, and also they got a regulatory control over the mining. So here the beneficiary is the government. Okay, because they don't want to invest any money, because they give this power to private companies. So private companies invested their money and they sold these minerals to the other companies. From that they are paying royalty to the government, so that government is getting income. At the same time government is going to regulate all the minings under control of this government company. Okay, however the government continues the control of mining all the minerals relating to atomic energy. As a result of this policy, there has been a boom in mining during the last 20 years. So because of this maintenance, that means investing from the private companies and paying the royalty to the government, and overall regulatory functions are under control of government. So these functionaries results, there has been a boom in mining during the last 20 years. So it has created a great boom, great opportunities in mining during the last 20 years. There has been a major increase in the number of mines, the minerals mined, and the employment in mining sector. So because of this boom, so naturally it increases the opportunities. At the same time it increases the job offers and employment, and also it increases the mining the minerals. Okay, number of people are working in these sectors. On the other hand, there has also been under control mining by the private companies for in excess of permits given to them. They have complete disregard for environmental and safety measures. So even though the government is under control of these minings, some places are not controlled by this government, and unofficially, that means unofficially they mined the private companies, and they did not concentrated, okay, the safety, and they did not take in any safety measures of environmental. At the same time workers also, so for them, for their benefits and profits, so they did not follow the rules and regulations of government, and excess of mining, they are extracting the minerals and they are selling these minerals without knowing the government. So these were happening in some places. So excess mining means that more quantity of minerals is mined than is sustainable in a long term. It also means that the minerals are taken away by companies without paying royalty to the government. Thus the people to whom the minerals really belong to do not get anything. So actually here the private companies also they are not paying this royalty to the government regularly. So that is what government is also not getting profits correctly, and they are not getting benefits Finally, this also created a problem for the government. It can also be environmentally very harmful. So if you continue with this private companies, then they don't concentrate about environmental conditions, and also they don't take any safety measures of environmental, at the same time benefits of workers, and it is very harmful for our society. So government thought that it is very difficult to run for a long time. For example, here when more sand is mined from river beds, it can affect the flow of rivers, causing flooding and early drying up. So when you see the sand is mined from the river beds, that means if we sell more sand from the river beds, what will happen? Naturally it can affect the flow of rivers, causing floods. So because of this, in rainy season floods will come, and also in summer season it will dry up early. So it is very harmful for the environment and also society. Okay. Similarly, the new mining companies do not want to do underground mining, as it costs more money, and instead of this they preferred only open cast mining. So here children, private companies also, so they demanded that they don't want to do the underground mining because it is costing a lot, and also it is very risk oriented job. You can see in the picture also. Okay. So instead of this, they are preferring only open cast mining. Okay. That is very less cost and easy for them to extract the minerals. Okay. This is a much cheaper way of mining. It is also cheaper way of mining. So okay, this is the open cast mining. Okay. It is very easy for them to extract the minerals, at the same time it is cheaper way of mining. But unless the pit and the mound of rubble which is created is properly disposed of, it can create serious environmental problems like choking of rivers. Okay. So if they did not take any proper measurements to disposal of this what do you call rubble which is created, properly disposed of, that means when they digging this or when they mining these minerals, some kind of dust particles will release. Okay. If they did not deposit this properly way, naturally it will create a serious environmental problems, and sometimes the rivers will dry up early. Okay. So that scarcity of water problems will come, at the same time in that surrounding places of people also they will get some health problems also will come. Okay. So for this reason, for avoiding all this the government is revised their thinking, and they don't want to give more offers for the private companies for the mining, and again they have taken back their powers and they given the public sector company, that is Singareni Coalfields, that means Singareni Collieries Company Limited, SCCL. SCCL means Singareni Collieries Company Limited. Okay. So up to here children, you read all the textbook and frame all the bit work also. Okay. This concept we will discuss tomorrow. Thank you. Until then, take care and bye bye.